There's a kind of loneliness that silence can't describe when you walk into a room and people pull back, when your presence makes others uncomfortable, when even your prayers feel like they echo off the walls. You're still breathing, but something in you feels cut off, unseen, untouched, unclean. In Leviticus 13, we meet the lepers, people with visible skin disease, labeled unclean. They weren't just sick, they were separated, cut off from their families, pushed out of the camp, forced to cry out, "Unclean, unclean," whenever someone came near, as if to warn the world that they were no longer worthy of belonging. This wasn't punishment, it was protection, but it still felt like rejection. And maybe that's you, not with a disease on your skin, but with something under it: shame, addiction, a past you can't scrub off. But here's the part we skip too quickly. God never abandoned the lepers. He didn't just cast them out, He created a way back in. Leviticus 14 outlines an entire ritual of restoration. A priest goes outside the camp to meet the outcast. A living bird is dipped in blood and released, symbolizing freedom. Clean water, fresh clothes, and finally, a return to the community. It wasn't instant, it wasn't easy, but it was intentional. God made room for return. Maybe you've been walking through life like an exile, afraid to speak up, afraid to be seen, afraid to hope that you could be welcomed again. But listen, you are unclean, but not rejected. You are isolated, but not abandoned. That feeling of being cut off is real, but it's not final. Jesus, your high priest, left the camp for you. He bore your shame. He touched the untouchable. He called the forgotten by name. You don't have to earn your way back. The path has already been carved. That ritual in Leviticus? It was a prophecy in disguise. The two birds, one slain, one released, point to the cross and the resurrection. One life offered, another life set free. That's your story. You were never meant to live outside the camp. You were never meant to carry the label unclean forever. There is a priest who comes to meet you in your exile, not to judge, but to cleanse, to restore, to bring you home. So maybe you feel too messy for God, too far gone for church, too stained for grace. But the truth is, you're still chosen, still seen, still wanted. God's plan for you never changed. Even in your isolation, He's preparing your restoration. So stop disqualifying yourself. He already made a way. All you have to do is let Him lead you back. If this word spoke to you, drop a dove in the comments and type, "I may be isolated, but I'm not abandoned." Be sure to subscribe, share, and watch the full series as we uncover the hidden beauty in the laws we often overlook. Because your restoration was never an afterthought, it was always the plan.